Every summer we'd spend about a month out on the water fishing. And over time, I myself have seen the decline in fish that you can, we were always fished off of Montauk and Sag Harbor off the coast of New York. And over time I noticed, like, oh my God, after 20 years, there was this huge gap in like the amount of fish you could catch. And so, I myself have seen the decline in fisheries based on commercial fishing. And, in and of itself, and commercial fishing is to feed people and whatever, maybe it could be done better, but our population's growing. There's another problem that I think, creating more ecosystems of healthy fish is something that if we're going to have commercial fishing, we have to be in the business of that. And somebody's got to find a way to make that profitable, right? A lot of these problems kind of trace back to the same shift. If we can take that energy that makes that could take a war and make that a private sector event, then surely we can take some of these larger problems like garbage in the ocean and make it a private sector event. I think I spent too much time watching Jurassic Park. I won't even confess to the exact number, but let's just say I watched it a long time, and over a lot of times. And over time, I came to the opinion that, wow, it's kind of, how like in literature, there's always this idea of universality. And I started to understand, oh my goodness, the entire Earth is like a theme park. And that's where I had this kind of insight, this vision that, oh wow, like a private sector event, we suddenly, if we shift and we think, oh, the whole entire Earth is a theme park, then we're letting it fall in decline. Then we need to fix it. Then we need to mass a bunch of investors to actually go after fixing the problem. We can tax the population to come up with the money to pay from jurisdictions about why we're going to fix it. But it's just a matter of shifting. It's what has me fired up is this shift in thinking of saying, well, yeah, if you think of it that way, we don't really have to leave this to the environmentalists or to the scientists to study the problem to say the theme park quality has dropped. But where we'd like to see, let's mask that up and fix it and shore it up in the areas where it needs to be corrected. And let's go after it with the energy of just like, hey, we make a choice. This is not a democracy. If the right people make the choice, we're just doing it. And by the time they catch us and what we're doing, we'll be well into trying to correct the problem. It's really feeling that it's kind of like some of the private sector projects I've worked on, that some of them are altruistic or some not so altruistic, but the energy comes from investors and the cap table of a corporation, and they just lay the tracks of all the ideas and the tentacles in every direction until they ignite the flame under this economic engine that's trying to achieve whatever the objective is. I suppose the other thing that has me fired up is the implications of job creation that could come from this, and then just the insight that eventually in my development, I shifted away from thinking I, me, I've developed all these great skills, to really understanding, hey, if I have any benefit here, it's because I know how to hire and create great teams, and that this is a team problem. If you assemble the right team and teams and you assemble the right partnerships, this is a slayable problem. This Earth itself is something that should be preserved. The same way we wouldn't want to blow up a planet, 100 million light years from here, we shouldn't want to destroy this planet because we can see there's something magical going on right here. We've got to become the stewards of that magic and cultivate it and keep it going. I have a lot of hope for the millennials and younger generations. I think they're not so programmatically married to destroying this planet.